Okay, cool. So now that things are more solidified and I am off, I can fully and completely do this video. So no more parts, no more sections. The first part was cool. I loved it. Lots of adrenaline. I loved it. But okay, so now we're focusing in one space to do this. Okay. Excuse me. I just had some peanuts and some oranges, and they actually these chocolate almonds. Good as hell. Good as fuck. Okay. How to make your job work for you. Have your life outside of the job solidified, organized, and together, working sufficiently. Have your routine for your creative attributes together before you get there. So when you wake up, your creativity and dream journal with your own personal keys can be the first thing you unlock in when you wake up. That's on the mind that you created, your world. And let everything you're doing from the moment you wake up to be backed and supported by whatever your lesson is, whatever you teaching yourself that day, whatever is on your schedule that you organized, your calendar, you create your own time zone. Whatever foods and drinks that you're eating, let the color and energy behind it support your lesson, your goal, your creativity, and whatever you are building. Create your own meaning and reasoning and purpose of what you intend to do throughout the day, and use your job as a supporting cast member for your movie whom you are going with the flow with. See your job as improv, something that builds your mental strength and tolerance, your consistency and patience, and ability to adapt, navigate, and maneuver sufficiently. Just like you're in a sport and got to think fast and smart, and you enjoy the game because you have a goal you're aiming towards. So, have a goal directly correlated to that job environment that supports your personal goals and creative endeavors outside of the job. Okay? Okay. So, for example, shout out to Lyra. She had just made a comment and she said that she was drawing while she was at work. She's an incredible artist, you know what I'm saying? So, of course, she's using that space to do that. And after I uploaded the previous video, right? So, I'm still in the training process of the job I'm working at, right? So, it's a lot of downtime, it's still giving orientation vibes, it's still giving sitting down at certain parts, talking to you, telling you different things. This is the time where they're being very lenient. They really don't care like that what you do and stuff like that. So I've been using that time to make sure that I am diving into my creative attributes as much as possible, right? So that means, okay, so for instance, today, for example, right? I gave the example from the previous video how when I'll be vacuuming, right? I'll be just whipping that bitch, whip, whip. You know what I'm saying? I'll be really whipping that bitch or whatever. And then I use the bathroom for like the acoustics and shit. Like I enjoy the acoustics, and I'm like, it's beautiful, amazing studio, lots of sound and stuff like that, right? So, but as soon as I had got back from my break, right, it was still like everybody was sitting down. It was some type of presentation or something like that, right? So I took out my app on my phone, my drawing app. Shout out to Clip Studio Paint, changed my motherfucking life. Especially, you know what I'm saying. Before, I'm not gonna speak too much. I'm not gonna speak too much, but yeah, I appreciate it, right? So I took out my app, you know what I'm saying, and I'm drawing in my app or whatever. So I'm drawing in my app, boom, whatever I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying. I'm listening to good music. I got one like AirPod, well, AirPod, not y'all AirPods, not the Apple AirPods, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so you know what I'm saying. So I'm still practicing my creative, because it's like in the past, and I know like I feel a lot of energy from this from other individuals where they might feel like they have to be 100,000% like devoted in attention, undivided attention to whatever's being presented in front of them as far as the job, and you have to prove yourself. You have to show like you can do this and you a good person and blah, blah. Like no, like when you overly doing shit at your job, you just showing other people that they can give you more tasks even though you're getting paid the same. And I know sometimes like it's like, oh yeah, well I can maybe work up my position, and that's cool. You can do that or whatever, but it really don't matter what you do, it's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? So I my day today, it was like 10, it felt like 10 minutes if that, you know what I'm saying? Because the whole time, like, even with the little Swiffer, the little whatever it's called, you know, that you use or whatever, I'm using that as a mic. I'm singing, I'm performing, and the environment that I'm in is like, it's a lot of games, it's a lot of loud music, it's, you know, that kind of environment or whatever, so I can really get into it where I'm like, I'm performing right now. I am performing. Like it might look like I'm using a vacuum, it might look like I'm cleaning, it might look like I'm doing these things, which really it don't, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm really, don't be scared to dance, don't be scared to sing, don't be scared to push out all of your personality and everything you got going in your job. You don't have to engage in certain things and pander, and you don't have to do, like, you being yourself is the most beautiful shit in the world, I'm telling you. And it can open up other opportunities, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody might see you and be like, maybe we should put her, not even put her, nobody should be placing you anywhere or whatever, but I'm just saying, based off of the state of being that you're in at the time and other spirits that you resonated with at the time, then be a notice of you and seeing you, right? They might be like, wow, like, I want to present this idea to her based off of what she has shown, even though she was initially for this. I think that, you know, whatever the case may be, or whatever, it's like marketing or something, or coming up, you creating your own way of doing things. They might create a whole genre based off of the way you going about the job, the way you doing what you doing, where it's just like, you might be an artist and they like, they might want you to draw their logo. You know what I'm saying? You might be an artist and they want you to create a new video game in the store or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they see you dancing and they like, we want to pay you $1 trillion to be on the motherfucking commercials. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be anything. The possibilities are endless. And it's a new moon in Aquarius right now. So and it's Sunday. Sunday, solar plexus day. If I'm not mistaken, is it Sunday? I'm pretty sure it's Sunday, right? Sunday, solar plexus day. You know what I'm saying? That's like giving yourself and paying attention to yourself and your individuality. You know what I'm saying? And you and what you got, your gifts, your talents, your creative attributes, everything that brought you to this point, what makes you up, why you chose the motherfucking alignments that you chose, snapshot that you brought into the world to come here with and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, today's the day to be like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? And really look at that shit. My mom is calling me. Shout out to my mom. Hey, mom. I'm making a video. We changing the world. But yeah. Um, so, okay, yeah. So that's the first part, right? Um, okay. Okay. This part, right? And I'm so proud of myself today because you know those moments where it be like, let me just say a little bit to this person, even though I don't really want to say it, but I know, like, I didn't even tap into that shit at all, and it's so easy for me to do that shit because I be trying to balance shit, and I refuse to fucking do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, so listen to this next part, right? The humans you work with are spirits and bodies as well. So don't get too lost on the physical representation and bodily appearances and facial expressions, overthinking about what somebody thinks about what you are doing. Don't use your brain for shit it's not made for. Your mind is the first body you created, so don't let no one have your thought form. You have power, authority, and control over your own thoughts. Just because you can pick up on things doesn't mean you have to let it affect you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a dance, people going looking for some weight. I don't give a fuck. What around? Like, and that's the thing, like, I didn't even allow myself to think, like, what does this person think? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like, that shit is crazy. Like, it's like you being in the club and the music good and you enjoying the music, but you scared to dance because other people gonna see you like that's. So you can't enjoy dancing. You can't, like, mental nutrients. Don't ever let anybody prevent you or stop you from getting your mental nutrients, especially when the mental nutrients is coming from you. Your favorite songs, you created the song. Your favorite dances and memories and imaginations and things you like to watch that you created. Like, bro, I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Okay. Everyone has their own life to live. Don't get lost swimming in someone else's world. Be your own influence. Make sure you take your mental nutritional vitamins, your favorite songs, your favorite memories, your favorite imaginations, your favorite feelings, and your favorite things to watch. If you are not able to have headphones or listen to music or have an electronic device, be the electronic device. Give yourself something to pay attention to. Make your new favorite song and use your surroundings as motivation. Create your own personal positive affirmations and sing them. Always have a paper and pen or pencil with you because it's power in the P. What is your perception? How do you perceive or receive? Write it down. If you work at where expectations for you may be very high, use your bathroom and break time as space and circumference to spiritually baptize yourself so all previous thought and whatever you received is being let go of and cleansed, washed down the drain, be in a new state, a new space, not too far on the polar shift, not vibrating too high like a crackhead high off in la la land, unaware of your surroundings. Know when to vibrate low as well. You don't ever want to vibrate too high around a bunch of low vibrational humans. Know when to put on a fake smile and when to jump in and out and when to be more human like. Take a ruler with you so you can measure out how much percentage level you should put into interacting with humans and balancing between logic, practicality, external representations, and your internal world. This is the ruler that I brought today, right, to work. It's green. We know that green. Also brought my green folder or whatever for the, everything I'm talking about. Okay, so green is backed and supported by growth, money, you know what I'm saying? All of the things, you know what I'm saying? Smoke, everything that's related to green, right? So it's like me being able to measure out how much percentage level I'm gonna put into anything that's related to groundedness, practicality, and what makes money. You know what I'm saying? So this is the environment of where money is and how money is made. You know what I'm saying? How money is made and money is accumulated from your ability to be able to build it up with your intention and your currency. Your currency is what's building and accumulating money to be presented and for you in front of you for you to create and shit like that. So this is a good mental tool to have or whatever. So the rest of the mental pilot tools for training your subconscious mind will be on Dolo the Pilot Man's channel. So you type in Dolo the Pilot Man, DOE, let me help y'all. DOELOWDAPILOTMAN. You know what I'm saying? I won't always be signing, so I'll be twitching a little bit. But yes, Dolo the Pilot Man, Flight Boss, Archangel Uriel. That's the name of the channel. The name of the video is Mental Pilot Tools for Training Your Subconscious Mind. Dolo the Pilot Man, Mental Pilot Tools for Training Your Subconscious Mind. You put that together in a search engine in YouTube, then you will get the rest of all of the mental pilot tools that is helpful for you in your life and whatever it is that you have going on, right? Okay, so I also have another sheet where, okay, this is another key. Okay, so how to make your job work for you, continuation. Let what you are going to spend your money on be your motivation, but don't come from a space of thinking you don't already have it with you. Be in a sense of gratitude and feel that what you don't see. Get into that state. Travel to that space of what it'll feel like to have these things you want, and you are that much closer to it. Don't be in begging, needing, desperate, lacking energy because you will stay in that state. In order to have a different outcome or be in a different space, you have to travel to that space. You travel through states with your thoughts and feelings. Whenever you are sad or down, that's because you like to be there. This is no one else's fault but your own. So if you want to bring what you don't see into reality, rebel from thinking that the only world there is the one presented to you. And instead, get into your senses and create your reality. See it with your mind. Touch it with your mind. Taste it with your mind. Smell it with your mind. Hear it with your mind. Those are the five senses you were taught in school. See, touch, taste, smell, and hear. But when you add your own thoughts, ideas, and imaginations and feelings, seeing this emotional illusionary world, you are watering. Okay, let me rewind. Okay. The five senses you were taught in school is see, touch, taste, smell, and hear. But when you add your own thoughts, ideas, and imaginations and feelings, seeing this emotional illusionary world, seeing this emotional illusionary world, you are watering and giving sunlight in the form of awareness and thoughts to your seeds. And your ability to be able to do this is what builds and secures your garden of juicy fruits that you can eat from and create your own refreshment, rejuvenation, regenerating. So you are creating your own RE spell and not getting lost in redoing everyday patterns that's only to support someone else's dreams and someone else's schedule and getting wrapped up like a burrito in their world to be eaten by the shadow government because you think the only way to sustain yourself is the fitting in a box template or expectation someone else has for you. It's time for you to create your own ecosystem of business, education, entertainment, religion, and politics because everything else is just living in someone else's thought, mind view, perspective, someone else's lenses of what a business is, of what you can be entertained by, of what it means to be in a religion, of what it means to pray, and what it means for you to worship God is someone else's perspective. And you let another human tell you what's right or wrong for your faith, belief, and imagination. Another human. So, do you worship God? Or do you worship the human that was writing down what God was doing from his own perspective? He looked at God and wrote down what he was seeing. So, do you worship and idolize his point of view of God or God itself? And hold on, I'll get passionate. So, do you worship and idolize this human being's point of view of God? And you can't say both. You can't say, I worship the Bible and I worship God because you serving two masters. A human wrote the book. A human being wrote from that human being's perspective about what God was doing. So do you worship God or do you worship the Bible? You can't say both. You can't serve two masters. God is all possibilities, and the moment you put God in a box, you are no longer talking about God. Create your own faith, belief, and imagination, backed and supported by satisfaction. Create your own education of things to pay attention to and learn about yourself and the world, and create your own politics, your own things to support and give energy towards. And this is how you make your job work for you because you are creating the things to work on that's enjoyable for you. The process and journey is enjoyable, so you spending your time, your currency, and how far it travels and what you can do with it is based on your state. You already swimming in money in the current sea. It's not what you see, it's how you see it. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Okay? So, y'all, you have to be the one that is creating your imagination, and you don't let the world around you and the things that you see from the outside affect how you feel about yourself, affect how you feel about your surroundings and your point of view and what you have going on. Okay? You create your reality. Okay? You create your reality. You have to feel it first, utilize your surroundings, program everything in your surroundings, whatever it is that you're eating, whatever colors that you pay attention to, and every single thing that you doing at work, whether it's pushing a vacuum, cleaning the table, swiffering and sweeping and swiping up something or whatever the case may be, you are utilizing every last one of those motions and transforming in your mind and imagining yourself seeing yourself doing something completely different than what it looks in the physical as what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? If you use a broom at work and you an artist, that's your motherfucking mic and you singing your motherfucking heart out, for example. You do that for whatever your art and your craft is and whatever it is that you're doing. Not just the breaks, not just the break time when you going in the bathroom and you singing your heart out. Not just when you off or whatever the case, not just the times where you feel like, oh, I got time to do it, let me do it real quick. That's good too, do that too. But don't let that be the sole purpose. Every single thing that you're doing, don't let a person have your intention. You have your own meaning and reasoning behind your intention and what it is that you're doing. Okay, no matter if you sipping a cup of motherfucking water, you create in your mind what it is that you really doing. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if you gotta clean some shit and you got the worst job, you don't like your job or whatever the case may be or whatever's going on. You see something completely different than what is being presented in front of you. Okay? That's your magic. That's your power. You program your surroundings. Okay? Air.